Traulus Part 1, a dialogue between Tom and Robin 1 1730 by Jonathan Swift. Tom, say Robin what can Traulus 2 mean by bellowing thus against the Dean? Why does he call him paltry scribbler, papist, and Jacobite, and libeller, yet cannot prove a single fact? Robin, forgive him, Tom, his head is cracked. What mischief can the Dean have done him that Traulus calls for vengeance on him? Why must he sputter, spall, and slaver it in vain against the people's favorite? Revile that nation-saving paper which gave the Dean the name of Drapier R? Why, Tom, I think the case is plain. Party and spleen have turned his brain. Such friendship never man professed. The Dean was never so caressed for Traulus long his rancor nursed, till God knows why at last it burst. That clumsy outside of a porter, how could it thus conceal a courtier? Our own appearances are bad, yet still insist the man is mad. Yet many a wretch in Bedlam knows how to distinguish friends from foes, and though perhaps among the rout he wildly flings his filth about, he still has gratitude and sapence to spare the folks that give him halfpence, nor in their eyes at random pisses, but turns aside like mad Ulysses, while Traulus all his ordure scatters to foul the man he chiefly flatters. Whence comes these inconsistent fits? Are why, Tom, the man has lost his wits. Agreed. And yet when Tozer snaps at people's heels with frothy chaps, hangs down his head, and drops his tail to say he's mad, will not avail. The neighbors all cry, shoot him dead, hang, drown, or knock him on the head. So Traulus, when he first harangued, I wonder why he was not hanged. For of the two, without dispute, Tozer's the less offensive brute. Our Tom, you mistake the matter quite. Your barking curs will seldom bite, and though you hear him stutter, he barks as fast as he can utter. He prates in spite of all impediment, while none believes that what he said he meant. Puts in his finger and his thumb to grope for words, and out they come. He calls you rogue, there's nothing in it. He fawns upon you in a minute, begs leave to rail, but DN his blood. He only meant it for your good. His friendship was exactly timed. He shot before your foes were primed. By this contrivance, Mr. Dean, by G, ill bring you off as clean 3. Then let him use you ear so rough. 'Twas all for love, and that's enough. But though he sputter through a session, it never makes the least impression. What ear he speaks for madness goes, with no effect on friends or foes. The scrubbiest cur in all the pack can set the mastiff on your back. I own his madness is a jest, if that were all, but he's possessed incarnate, with 1,000 imps, to work whose ends his madness pimps, who o'er each string and wire preside, fill every pipe, each motion guide, directing every vice we find in Scripture, to the devil assigned, sent from the dark infernal region. In him they lodge, and make him legion of brethren. He's a false accuser, a slanderer, traitor, and seducer, a fawning base, trepanning liar, the marks peculiar of his sire. Or grant him but a drone, at best a drone can raise a hornet's nest. The Dean had felt their stings before, and must their malice near give o'er. Still swarm and buzz about his nose. But Ireland's friends near wanted foes. A patriot is a dangerous post when wanted by his country, most perversely comes in evil times, where virtues are imputed crimes. His guilt is clear, the proofs are pregnant, a traitor to the vices regnant. What spirit since the world began could always bear to strive with man? Which God pronounced he never would, and soon convinced them by a flood. Yet still the Dean on freedom raves, his spirit always strives with slaves. 'Tis time at last to spare his ink, and let them rot or hang or sink. Footnote 1, son of Dr. Charles Leslie Scott. Footnote 4, Joshua Lord Allen. For particulars of the satire upon this individual, see advertisement by Swift in his defense against Joshua Lord Allen, prose works, Roman 7 168,175, and notes W.E.B. Footnote 3, this is the usual excuse of Traulus when he abuses you to others without provocation. Swift.